If there's one character who bends the rules of magic on Krynn, it's Raistlin Majere. But what if the greatest wizard in Dragonlance history wasn't purely a wizard at all? What if his unparalleled power came, at least in part, from a dark pact that echoes the mechanics of a Dungeons & Dragons Warlock? Welcome to another DragonLance Saga episode. My name is Adam, and today we're diving deep into a fascinating theory. Was Raistlin Majere secretly a warlock? I'd like to thank the DL Saga YouTube members and Patreon patrons, and invite you to consider becoming a member or patron. You can also grab Dragonlance media through my affiliate links. This discussion pulls from the Chronicles and Legends novels, Dragonlance source books, and Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition 2024 rules, particularly the Warlock class from the Player's Handbook. As always, if I miss details or get something wrong, let me know in the comments. To understand this theory, we first need a quick refresher on how magic works in Dragonlance. Arcane magic on Krynn is tied to the three moons of magic: Solinari for the white robes and good-aligned wizards, Lunitari for the red robes and neutrality, and Nuitari for black robes and evil. Wizards must take the grueling Test of High Sorcery, swear allegiance to one order, and draw power through rigorous study, meditation, and devotion to their moon's gods. It is a scholarly, disciplined path, very much like the classic Dungeons & Dragons Wizard class, relying on intelligence, spellbooks, and long preparation. Raistlin starts firmly in this tradition. He wears the white robe of his instructor, and his early life is all about mastering the craft through intellect and observation. But everything changes during his Test of High Sorcery in the Tower at Wayreth. At the climax of the test, the youngest mage ever to take it, Raistlin faces what seems to be certain death against a powerful dark elf illusion. That's when the spirit of Fistandantilus appears. This ancient, infamous archmage, known as the Dark One, offers Raistlin a bargain: immediate power to defeat the elf and survive the test in exchange for a steady drain on Raistlin's life force. Raistlin, ever ambitious, accepts without hesitation. The deal transforms him physically and magically. His skin turns golden, providing resistance to spells. His hair goes white. His eyes become hourglass-shaped, letting him see the ravages of time in all things, and he's cursed with a chronic, debilitating cough. But he gains immense power in the moment, and Fistandantilus' essence lingers within him, subtly feeding him knowledge and strength for years to come. Now, let's shift to Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition 2024 mechanics. The Warlock class is defined by one thing: a pact with a powerful otherworldly patron. Warlocks don't grind through spellbooks like wizards. They gain their magic through a binding agreement with entities like fiends, archfae, celestials, great old ones, or undying beings. In exchange for power, they often give up something: loyalty, service, life essence, or even their soul. Some key Warlock features include pact magic, spell slots that recharge on a short rest, not a long rest; eldritch invocations, customizable magical abilities that feel like built-in perks from the patron; a subclass based on the patron type, granting themed spells and abilities. Often, the pact is sealed through a direct bargain, especially with fiend or undying patrons. Raistlin's deal with Fistandantilus fits this template almost perfectly. Fistandantilus is an undying archmage, a lich-like figure who extended his life by draining others via his bloodstone and even bargained with Takesis herself. He qualifies easily as an undying patron from the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, or a fiend patron. The bargain is explicit: power now for life force over time. Post-pact, Fistandantilus inhabits Raistlin like a possessive patron, granting boosts during critical moments, helping him master the Dragon Orb and Sylvanicity, providing insights in Skullcap, and accelerating his overall arcane growth. This patron influence explains Raistlin's meteoric rise. A normal wizard progresses steadily, But Raistlin goes from novice to the most powerful mage on Krynn in mere years, absorbing Fistandantilus' ancient knowledge. It's like gaining levels in Warlock on top of his wizard base, with the Patron providing invocations in the form of enhanced resilience and forbidden lore. We see the Patron dynamic play out further in the Legends trilogy. When Raistlin travels back in time, he apprentices under the living Fistandantilus, learns his secrets, and ultimately defeats him in a magical duel, absorbing the Archmage's essence completely. This flips the script. The Warlock overpowers and consumes his Patron, becoming the master of past and present. It's a classic tale of a Warlock who outgrows or betrays their Patron, wielding its power against it. There are other Warlock parallels, too. Raistlin's golden skin acts like a permanent magical ward, similar to the undying Patron's features that defy death and decay. His hourglass eyes give him a unique perception of time, evoking chronergy wizard elements, but also the alien insights some patrons grant. And his addictive thirst for power mirrors how many Warlocks are portrayed, always chasing the next boon from their patron, even as it destroys them. But here's where the theory hits its limits. Raistlin is still at his core a wizard. He meticulously studies spellbooks every day. He relies on the moons for high-level magic. He wields the Staff of Magius, a classic wizard artifact. His spellcasting is intelligence-based, rooted in arcane theory, not the charisma-driven pact magic of Warlocks. The Fistandantilus deal enhances him, but doesn't replace his foundational wizardry. He never gets short rest spell slots or true invocations. His power surges come from artifacts, study, and the lingering patron essence. In modern Dungeons & Dragons terms, the best way to build Raistlin is as a multi-class, primarily wizard, maybe School of Divination or chronergy for the time themes, with a few levels in Warlock, Undying, or Fiend subclass to represent the Pact's boost. This captures the hybrid nature, scholarly depth, plus a dark bargain for extra edge. A pure Warlock build would miss his vast spell repertoire and intellectual arrogance. Other characters in fantasy have similar Warlock-ish elements. Think of Anakin Skywalker's fall, or Gandalf's Ring of Power. But Raistlin's story is uniquely tragic because the pact fuels his fatal flaw, ambition bordering on addiction. It costs him his health, strains his relationships, especially with Caraman, and nearly dooms Krynn. Yet without it, he might never have become the fulcrum that defeated Takesis. So, is Raistlin Majere a Warlock? Strictly speaking, no. He's a wizard who made one faithful devilish bargain that supercharged his destiny. But viewing him through the Warlock lens adds a thrilling layer, highlighting the cost of forbidden power and making him even more compelling for Dungeons & Dragons adaptations. That's my take on whether Raistlin Majere could be considered a Warlock. Do you buy the theory? Would you play him as a Warlock multiclass in your game? Does the Fistandantilus Pact change how you see his redemption? Leave your thoughts below. These videos happen weekly because of your support. Thank you. If you're not a patron or member yet, I'd love for you to join. Grab DragonLance books or games online via my affiliate link in the description. This channel is all about celebrating the DragonLance Saga, and I hope you'll keep watching. Thank you. This has been Adam with DragonLance Saga, and until next time, remember, know, my brother, where I go, you cannot follow. Strong as you are, it would lead to your death.